Good morning. It is Friday, July 5th, and this is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. Today is the memorial of St. Antony Mary Zaccaria. We have a lot of news to get to this morning, so let's get into it. We begin on the campaign trail where California Governor Gavin Newsom is in Michigan campaigning for President Joe Biden. At an event in South Haven, Newsom told the crowd that the Biden he met with on Wednesday is the Biden he remembers from before.
I had the opportunity to talk to the president for an hour and a half. Could have gone 2-3 hours. And I mean this with absolute conviction. That was the Joe Biden I remember from 2 weeks ago.
Newsom conceded that last week's presidential debate did not go as well as the campaign and Biden had hoped. The California governor's name has been floated by political analysts as a possible replacement for Biden should he choose to drop out of the race. First Lady Dr. Jill Biden held a campaign rally for her husband in Traverse City also on Wednesday. Biden helped open the 45th Democratic Coordinated Campaign Office that will be dedicated to mobilizing, recruiting, and training volunteers for President Biden's re-election effort. She told Northern Michigan residents of the danger of re-electing former President Donald Trump a second time, noting that he has said he wants to be a dictator on day one and that the U.S. Supreme Court ruled this week that there are, quote, no virtual limits on what the president can do. Dr. Biden also took an unscheduled trip to King Orchards in Antrim County. I'll have more on the state of the election nationally coming up after the weather. To Lansing now, where Governor Gretchen Whitmer is being asked by the president of the Michigan Corrections Organization Union to send in the National Guard to help them in prisons. Brian Osborne says officers are forced to work mandatory 16-hour overtime shifts in understaffed prisons and writes, quote, none of your other state employees are being subjected to these conditions. Osborne says prisons are very dangerous for the workers and that they need immediate help. Michael Jackson Bolanos is admitting he found the body of murdered synagogue president Samantha Woll and touched her neck, but is adamant that he did not kill her. He took the stand at his murder trial on Wednesday and admitted that he was in the area last October searching through parked cars, but says he did not call police because of what he was doing that night. Jackson Bolanos says he did not know Woll and he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He added he also did not have any weapons that night. Detroit-based developer Sterling Group is confirming the 600-room hotel under construction next to Huntington Place Convention Center will be a JW Marriott. The 25-story hotel is projected to be complete by early 2027 and will connect to Huntington Place with a pedestrian bridge. It is the second JW Marriott in the state, as one is in Grand Rapids. The hotel will be the second largest in Detroit, with the Detroit Marriott being the largest with 1,328 rooms. This is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio. Now this.
The leading Catholic voices are on EWTN Radio.
We want listeners to see that God has a unique and unrepeatable plan for their lives and how to rejoice in the work God's doing in their hearts and in their homes.
God wants to set us free to live more abundantly. More to Life explores what that really looks like, living it out in our everyday life and relationships.
More to Life with Dr. Greg and Lisa Popchak.
In Detroit today, we'll see showers throughout the day and into the afternoon. Our highs will reach 86. Tonight, the showers taper off around 9 p.m. and lows will dip to around 66. Saturday will be partly sunny with highs around 81. Sunday will be sunny with highs in the mid-80s, and Monday will be mostly sunny with highs around 90. In Saginaw today, we'll see rain roll in this afternoon. Highs will be around 82. Tonight, the rain tapers off around 9 p.m. and our lows will dip to around 64. Tomorrow will be sunny with highs around 77. Sunday will be sunny with highs in the mid-80s, and Monday will be partly sunny with some scattered showers in the afternoon, highs in the mid-80s. Welcome back to Michigan Mornings. I'm Matthew Handley. I've got some more news to bring to your attention. The Biden campaign is continuing its efforts to assure the American public that he is the right man for the job a week after a disastrous debate performance. President Biden told Milwaukee radio host Earl Ingram he, quote, screwed up while debating former President Donald Trump last week.
I had a bad night. And the fact of the matter is that, I screwed up. I made a mistake. That's 90 minutes on stage. Look at what I've done in 3.5 years.
The interview marks the first time Biden addressed his widely criticized performance in an interview format since the debate. The White House is also trying to push back on reports that Biden may drop out of the race. News Nation's Kelly Meyer has more.
They are trying to convince the American people, those in his own party, and especially voters, that he can do this job for another 4 years. He has a call with Israel's prime minister to talk about the latest on the ceasefire and hostage deal. They spoke today. We also know that he's going to be hosting events here at the White House for the 4th of July, a barbecue with military families, and then the fireworks event here later tonight, watching them in his backyard here with the First Lady Jill Biden.
And across the pond, elections were held yesterday to establish a new House of Commons. Exit polls are projecting that the Labour Party will win in a landslide, ending 14 years of conservative leadership in the United Kingdom. If the Labour Party wins, it is likely that Keir Starmer will become the next prime minister. Starmer is considered a moderate and is credited for bringing the Labour Party back to the center following the ousting of ex-Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn. I'm Matthew Handley, and that does it for this edition of Michigan Mornings. You can stay connected with me on X over the weekend. I'm at Radio Handley. Lord willing, I'll talk to you again on Monday. Goodbye.